Gum Gurubhyo Namaha, Gam Ganapataye Namaha, Sam Saraswatye Namaha, Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. So we'll go with the Sri Suktam revision and completion. All right. So Sri Suktam, as I have said in the past many a times, for those who have joined new, there have been variations. Many people have created different scripts, and there are many versions that are popular. So it is very difficult to put your hand on say this is the most popular, most authentic. As always, I go back to original documents as much as possible, not the recent Giri trading அது இதெல்லாத்தையும் நம்புறதுக்கு பதிலா original documents தான் நான் rely பண்ணுவேன். I have 3 to 4 versions of the original document also, so it makes it more difficult. In a sense என்னன்னாக்கா ரிக்வேத ஸ்வரம்ஸ் வந்து எஜுர்வேத ஸ்வரத்துல மிக்ஸ் ஆயிருக்கு, அடல்ட்ரேஷன் ஆயிருக்கு. ஸோ இப்போ தாம் ஆவஹ ஜாத வேதோ லக்ஷ்மி மனபகாமினி ஈம் இது ஈம் தீர்க்க சொரிதா வந்து இது ஆக்சுவலி ரிக்வேத இன்ஃப்ளூயன்ஸ் இருக்கலாம். Because there are versions where it says Lakshmi Manapagaminim. Just ஒரு ஸ்வரிதாவோட there are scripts. So let's go with the script that you have in front. You learn the whole thing. If there are corrections where I come to a conclusion that this is the base that which we can take, we will have one more class of minute corrections. சரியா? But overall, உங்களுக்கு script புரிஞ்சுன்னு நீங்க அதை பண்ணினீங்கன்னா that's more than enough. Sojini, I hope you understand that much of Tamil. Right, okay. So, Om. Same rule, individual words 2 times. After that, the full Rik once. If you make a mistake, don't stop, reverse, do anything. Just continue. I'll keep a note of who's making what mistake and I'll correct it at the appropriate time. And each of you focus on your chanting. Don't worry about what others are doing. And all of you chant in sync. The gap after I finish and you start, after you finish and I start, they all need to be consistent. Okay. And we are not going to chant it in full flow until you have learned it perfect. Okay. So, Hiranyavarnam. Harinim. Suvarna. Rajatasrajam. Rajan, you are the only male caught into the entire female crowd. So you lower the octave. இல்லாட்டா உங்களால chant பண்ண முடியாது. அதுக்கு எப்படி சொல்றேன் பாருங்க. I am able to do this swaram because of my practice. So நீங்க என்ன பண்ணலாம்னாக்கா Hiranyavarnam. Shruti is the same. It's a lower octave. Easier for you. Thanda vinagadaki. Okay. So now together. Hiranyavarnam. Harinim. Suvarna. Rajatasrajam. Only once. ரெண்டு பேரும் நீங்க கொஞ்சம் அவசரப்படாதீங்க சேன் பண்ணுங்க கேப்போட பாஸ் அந்த எங்கெங்க குரூப் பிரேக் பண்ணி கொடுத்துருக்கேனோ அதை பிடிச்சிக்கோங்க and give adequate pause instead of trying to rush. Suvarna Raja, அவ்வளோ ஃபாஸ்ட்டாக பண்ணணும். Suvarna Rajatasrajam. Good. Chandram. இதை ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கோங்க. When you chant together, you remember how you have chanted now individually, right? Hiranmayim. Okay, there is one mistake. I will just say it once. You don't have to repeat it or correct it. Hey, that is aksharam that gets a lower note. So Hiran la is different, right? If you start that he, இதை வந்து நீங்கள் ஹே ஆரம்பிச்சுட்டா பாதியில் போயிடுது. Already the note is higher than what it was required. So the correct way is Hiran. The inappropriate way is Hiran. I hope you hear the difference in the he. Correct? So be consciously saying la la la. That you have to go down and then come up. Hiranmayim. Correct. Lakshmi. Jatavedo ma. Avaha. கொஞ்சம் வித கொஞ்சம் கேப் விட்டு பண்ணுங்க, குயிக்காக பேக் டு பேக் பண்ணாதுங்க. ஸோ அது எல்லாம் சிங்க்ரனஸாக இருக்கும். ஸோ ஹியர் இஃப் யூ see the difference in avaha here in the next avaha in the next rik, you will see the swaram different. So you will have to make sure in the right rik the right swarams are put. You can't say I learned avaha like that there, so I'm going to chant avaha forever like that. No, swaras will be differ from rik to rik. There may be many such words that will repeat but with different swaras. So அந்தந்த ரிக்கில் என்ன ஸ்வரம் இருக்கோ அதை போடணும். So don't get habituated to chanting avaha only like this. This is only one of the variations. So now the whole rik with pause. Wait, don't rush. Chandram Hiranmayim Lakshmim Jatavedo ma avaha. Wonderful. நன்னா வருது. இதே மாதிரி மெயின்டைன் பண்ணுங்க. Keep it this way. Now tam avaha. ராஜன் கீழே போனோம் இந்த இடத்துல. கரெக்ட். வ கொஞ்சம் இன்னும் அடிக்கலாம். ரைட். கரெக்ட். ஜாதவேதோ இஸ் த சேம். ஜாதவேதோ. லக்ஷ்மீமன. Ma, somebody is messing up. So see the focus. La anudata. Lakshmimana ella udata. So the ma should not go haywire. Okay. So Lakshmimana. Correct. The na has to go up. Lakshmimana. Pagaminim. ஸ்கிரிப்டில் வந்து சிங்கிள் ஸ்வரிதா இருக்கு. I put தீர்க்க ஸ்வரிதா. So the corrected version I will send. Okay. Now the same with gap, with pause. Tam avaha jatavedo Lakshmimana Pagaminim. Saujanya, I've given you the tip in the past previous classes also. Tempo, don't slow down. Slowing down tempo doesn't mean you're chanting accurately. I'm setting a not so fast, not so slow, right? The correct tempo. So try to match the tempo. I could see that you're dragging it, and sometimes other people can get impacted. Okay, so yes, yam.
Yes, yeah. Yes, yeah.
Hiranyam.
Hiranyam. Hiranyam.
Vindeyam.
Vindeyam. Vindeyam.
Does anybody remember a similar pattern in any other suktam that you have learned recently? Vindeyam, same swara pattern. Anudata, udata, anudata. Karthala video patrikela. Yeah, so she remembers now because she has watched the video. Neela Suktam, similar script. Devi Gum is not the correct pattern. Wrong answer. Neela Suktam le. Neela Suktam. Devi Gum is Anudata, Udata, Udata. Tiranti. Rashano. Do you remember Tiranti? Tiranti. Anudata, Udata, Anudata. Same way. Vindeyam. Why you need to do this is this is how you wrote. The Gikiya, if you see Padashala, if the kids are taught, they will do like this. So there is a reason why they are asked to do this. When you wrote, motion is important to retain that memory. And you need to keep the geek mari tiripi. I may repeat this 5 times. You also need to do the same thing. Oh, that pattern. So the references are important. And then I will repeat the same thing again. Abaha here is different, there it is different. You have to wrote it in. If you just hear it once or twice, you're not going to be able to remember it. Right? So whenever you see Vindeyam, naturally it will come. Yeah, I know Tiranti, Vindeyam is equally simple. So nothing will look new after some time. Okay? So Vindeyam.
Vindeyam. Vindeyam.
Gamashvam.
Kamasvam. Kamasvam.
Purusha Naham.
Purushanaham. Purushanaham.
Clear? So if you see, further break it down, Purusha should come from another similar pattern that you have learned somewhere else. You can just focus one line more. Hiranyam. Udata, Swarita, Udata. Correct? So you must look for such patterns. Anudata, Udata, Anudata. Udata, Swarita, Udata. The rarest ones are Swarita, Anudata, Udata. Prathamadhyam, Swarita, Udata, Anudata. So overall you will see the patterns repeating itself. That will help you in picking up easily. Okay, so now the full Rik with pause. Yes, yam, hiranyam, vindeyam, gamashvam, purusha naham.
Yes, Hiranyam. Hiranyam. Vindeyam. Kamasvam. Purushanaham.
Good. Now the more difficult ones are coming. Starting with 2 Anudata. So the problem with Anudata starting is like Manota Nila Suktam, right? Starting is Anudata. What will people do is la la la. You start with la la la. So starting is Anudata. Instead, what people will do is Manota, more convenient. Rajatas Mano, very wrong swara. So when you know that that is a difficult thing, consciously you have to start with the Anudata. Now, if I put double Anudata, confused. How can I put 2 low notes immediately starting? Not difficult, provided you visualize it that way. So, Ashwa, just look at that first. Ashva, not difficult. Purvam, Udata. So, Ashva Purvam, Pu is Dirgam. So, Pu Ir, almost 3 matras. Va, 2 matra. Im, Anuswara, 1 matra. So, 3 plus 3, 6 matras are there. That is why it takes longer. Whereas Ashwa is 1 1. Ashva Purvam. Also, I have given you another tip. 1 matra Anudata starting, generally people will think I have to drag it. Only then, it takes a lot of time for you to put the lower note, right? It doesn't take that much time. You have to do quickly. Ashwa, Ashwa. That's it. You can't say Ashwa Purvam. Matra is gone. Correct? So, Ashwa Purvam. Correct. Ratha Madhyam. Yeah, very important. Ratha, Swarita, Udata. Ratha, then drop immediately. Madhyam, Ma Anudata, Dhyam Udata. Ratha Madhyam. அதுக்காக தான் அந்த கிளாரிஃபிகேஷன் சொன்னேன். ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டைம் கரெக்டாக சொன்னேன், ரெண்டாவது தடவை மிஸ்டேக் வந்தது. ரெண்டாவது என்னாச்சுன்னா ரத அப்படி போயிடுது. ஸோ உதாத்தா ஸ்வரிதா ஆயிடுது. யூ ஜஸ்ட் ஷிஃப்டட் த ஸ்வரா பை 1 அக்ஷரா. அது வராதுக்கு இருக்கிறதுக்கு தான் ரத ர போனோம் டக்குன்னு. ஓகே, தென் மத்தியம் equivalent ஸ்வரம் வேர் டு யூ ஃபைண்ட்? சிமிலர் பேட்டர்ன் எங்க வருது? எந்த வேர்டு? Purvam is not the correct answer. Purvam is both Udata. Madhyam Ma is Anudata, Dhyam is Udata. Chandram. Right, sorry. Correct? Chandram. Madhyam. Does it sound similar? இல்ல கரெக்டா இப்ப எல்லாரும் இந்த தஞ்சாவூர் பொம்மை மாதிரி கரெக்டா லைக் no, I'm putting you to put that effort to think and go back. I know it is not easy, but once I keep doing it, then you will be prepared that yeah, I may also have to do it, right? So I don't want you to get into the reading of PDF habit. More you listen to the sound. I've heard this before. Chandram. Correct. That is also correct. Madhyam. Adhe mari. So when you break it down into those patterns, it becomes very easy. Ratha Madhyam. Aro திருப்பி Ratha சொல்லிட்டு இருக்கா. So whoever is saying it, you have to correct it after watching YouTube video. Okay. So the next one. Hastinada. Prabodhinim. Do you see a similar pattern in both the group? Udata, Anudata, Udata, Swarita. Again, Anudata, Udata, Swarita. Correct? Hastinada. Prabodhinim. Prabodhinim. It sounds similar like which other word in Sri Suktam? Hiranmayim. Prabodhinim. See, God has made it so easy for you. You just learn one pattern, other patterns will come automatically. So, now together with the gap. Ashvapurvam. Pratha Madhyam. Hastinada. Prabodhinim. Super. Shriyam Devi.
Shriyam Devi
Mupahvaye.
Mupahvaye Mupahvaye
Pa how would a half Pahvaye. Okay. So together. Shriyam Devi Mupahvaye.
Shriyam Devi Mupahvaye
Shrirma.
Devi Mupahvaye
Shrirma Devi Jushatam.
Srimam Devi Jushatam
Juswarita, not Sha. For example, if we chant Jushatam, absolutely wrong because you are giving Swarita to Sha. It is the other way around. Jushatam, the Ratha, அப்படி ஆரம்பிக்கிற மாதிரி same way. Jusha, aha. Abhija, you're chanting it wrong. Pay attention here. Jushatam, Juswarita கொடுக்கணும். Jushatam.
Jushatam
Correct. So,
Jushatam
correct. So, when you chant it together, you have to remember that. By default tendency will be to say Jushatam, Sha, Mela Swarita Bhagam. That's not, that you have to avoid that consciously. So, now full rig again with the gap. Shriyam Devi Mupahvaye Shrirma Devi Jushatam.
Shriyam Devi Mupahvaye Shrima Devi Jushatam
Again, mistake ஆச்சு பட் யூடியூப்பை போட்டு போட்டு ப்ராக்டிஸ் பண்ணுங்க then send audio recording so that I know you have been able to fix it. Ha. Now, more difficult. Ashwapurvam ரொம்ப ஈஸியாக இருந்ததுன்னா now a little bit more difficult.
Right.
So here, tam, if you hear that udata, then you're good. Tam, correct? It is not tam, pancha கொடுக்க வேண்டாம். Tam, correct. So you have to land there after 3 anudata. Okay. So what are the 3 anudata? Kam, sosmi. 3 anudatas. Kam, sosmi, tam. Correct. Kam. Super. Hiranya. Prakara. Mardram. Mardram is sounding like quicker varno. Chandra. Correct. Madhyam. See how you're writing it again and again. That is how you remember it. Okay. So, Jwalantim. Jatavedo. Jwalantim. Same pattern? Right. Sound. Somebody got a message. Traptam Tarpayantim. Again, you have to be very conscious. Are you saying Tarpa La La? That is correct. Instead, if you are not consciously chanting and you are saying Tarpayantim, Tarpayantim, wrong swara. It is Tarpa, Tarpa, Irpa, Pa swara udata. Tarpayantim, correct? Correct. Now the whole rik with the gap once. Kam sosmitam hiranya prakara mardram ज्वलन्तीं तृप्तां तर्पयन्तीं Rajan, ஒரு நிமிஷம். You are trying to combine everything without a gap. So நீங்களும் தப்பு பண்றீங்க, you are distracting others also. Maintain the gap. For example, ஒரு நிமிஷம். Hiranya, I made it into 3 group. Hiranya, give a gap. Then prakara, gap. Mardram, அப்போ ஈஸியாக எல்லாம் சிங்கிளையும் இருப்பேன் அண்ட் ஸ்வரமும் தப்பாது. ஒன் மோர் டைம் ஸ்டார்டிங் ஃப்ரம் காம் சோஸ்மிதா. காம் கரெக்ட். உங்களுக்கு என்ன தலைவலிக்கிறதா? யூ வாண்ட் டு டேக் a medicine or water? Raji?
I'm good.
Okay. So you got the picture, right? 3 Anudata, you don't have to worry about it. 3, 4, 5 எவ்வளோ வேணா இருக்கட்டும். Especially if you come to Ayush Suktam, நிறைய அனுதாத்தா வரும். You get more Anudata, right? Now same thing. Padme Sthetam. Padmavarnam. Tamiho pahvaye shriyam. யாரு ஏ சரிதா கொடுத்தா? யாரோ பஹ்வயே. Somebody did exact opposite. Okay. So tamiho pahvaye. No, forget shriyam. Pahvaye. Correct. You have to grasp that first before you go to shriyam. Shriyam, all udata. Correct. So now I see some tendency of, while you're chanting one word, your focus is going to the other word swaram. So corruption ஆயிருக்கு. So just look at those 3 letters of that group and put the appropriate swaram. Okay. So once again, full rik with gap. Padme sthetam padmavarnam tamiho pahvaye shriyam. நீங்க அபிதா, நீங்க மாத்திரம் ஜாயின் பண்ணுங்க பார்க்கலாம். உங்களோட இப்போ என்ன மிஸ்டேக்னு இப்போ பிடிக்கலாம். பத்மே மே வந்து தீர்க்கம். ஸோ அவசரப்படாதீங்க. பத்மே ஸ்தேதாம். கரெக்ட். நாம் இல்லை, நாம் அனுதாத்தா போனோம். நாம் அனுதாத்தா போனோம். பத்மவர் நாம் கீழே போனோம். கரெக்ட். தாமிஹோ கேப். ஆஹா, நீங்கள் எல்லாத்தையும் சேர்த்து போட்டேன்னா ஸ்வரம் தாரமானமாக எங்கேயோ போகிறது. நீங்கள் அந்த குரூப்பை பிடிச்சிக்கோங்க. அப்போ தான் உங்களுக்கு லேர்னிங்கில் ஒன்று சொல்கிறேன். இன்னொன்று இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் வேதிக் லேர்னிங்கில் வாட் இஸ் இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் இஸ், while learning first time, if you make mistakes and you keep sticking to it, it will stick in your mind. Then unlearn பண்ணுறதுக்கு 10 times effort ஆகும். ஸோ குரூப்பு வேர்னுன்ட்டு தான் பிரித்து கொடுக்குறேன். ஐம் கிவிங் யூ த பிரேக் ஸோ தட் யூ டோன்ட் ஹேவ் டு ரஷ் டு சாண்டிங் த ஸ்வராஸ். Swaras are important, matras are important, Shruti is important. Many things are required to be achieved in that shot. So only experienced people can chant effortlessly because they have done it over and over again. So learning both, you pick the group. So ta mi ho, it has to sound exactly the same. Ta mi ho. Correct. So Sarita varthuk scope கிடையாது whole. Notation you are able to understand, right? ஹோக்கு மேலே ஒரு வெர்டிக்கல் லைன் இல்லை. ஸோ தா மீ ஹோ கரெக்டாக வந்தது. இப்போ ப வ ஏ கீழே போகணும், ஏ கீழே போகணும். ப கரெக்ட். So now you combine both, but with the gap. With the gap. Don't try to combine it yet until you practice it over and over again and you say, yeah, now I get the swaras perfect. Let me remove all the gaps. So if you have to chant it together also, ta mi ho pa wa avlo gap கொடுத்துட்டு pa wa ye gap கொடுத்துட்டு ஸ்ரீயம் அது மாத்திரம் சொல்லுங்க. இப்போ தாமி ஹோ பக்வய ஸ்ரீயம் தாமி ஹோ இல்ல பஹ்வயே பா இன்னும் மேல அடிக்கணும். பா இன்னும் ஸ்வரித்தா கொடுக்கணும். பஹ்வயே அதை ரிப்பீட் கரெக்டா அதே மாதிரி பண்ணணும். கரெக்ட். தாமிஹோ தாமிஹோ பஹ்வயே. நீங்கள் ரெண்டுத்தையும் கம்பைன் பண்ணுறதே உங்களோட ஃபோக்கஸ் போய்டுறது. ஸோ அப்போது நீங்கள் என்ன ஃபஸ்ட் டைம் தனியாக குரூப்பை சொல்கிறீங்களோ செகண்ட் டைம் யூஆர் நாட் ஏபிள் டு ரிப்பீட் த ஸ்வராஸ் கரெக்ட்லி. ஸோ நீங்கள் என்ன பண்ணணும்னா அந்த பேட்டர்னை பிடிச்சிக்கணும். Don't try to say, look at the script and say, I have to say the full word. You just repeat the same group the way individually you did it. கேட்டுங்க ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஸ்கிரிப்டை பார்க்காதுங்க. தாமிஹோ பஹ்வயே இதை மைண்டில் திருப்பி திருப்பி வரணும். தாமிஹோ பஹ்வயே தாமிஹோ பஹ்வயே. And that is very important. Sometimes I know what you're suffering from is also many people suffer from that. When you start looking at the script, then you're tensed up. I am chanting Tami ho, time and rike, pakhvaye pa, mela pono. You know, there are so many pressures and responsibilities on our head. அவசியமே இல்லை. ரிலாக்ஸ்டாக குரூப்பிங்கை பிடிச்சிக்குங்கோ. தட் இஸ் த பர்பஸ் ஆஃப் பிரேக்கிங் இட் டவுன். இதுக்கு பேர் பதபேதம்னு சொல்லுவா. ஐ எம் டூயிங் அன்ஆர்த்தடாக்ஸ் நான் ட்ரெடிஷ்னல் பதபேதம், மோர் ஃபொனட்டிக் ஃபார் ஈஸ் ஆஃப் லேர்னிங். ஸோ தாமிஹோ பஹ்வயே எவ்வளோ அழகாக வந்தது இப்போ பாருங்க. How all of a sudden you are chanting it right. You have taken the pressure off of your head of reading the script. So these are those things that automatically comes in by human nature. And if you consciously say, I'm not going to do it, your learning will be very fast. So don't worry about that. I'm repeating it 10 times. I can repeat 100 times also. Like UK India group on the Neela Suktam, they learned for 4 months. So they needed 4 months, they get 4 months. That's about it. I'm not going to compare. Oh, USA is learning fast, she is learning fast, he is learning fast. There's no comparison. But now they got the gist of it. Those who are struggling, they got the gist of chanting. Now they're learning fast. So today they learned Sri Suktam with 5 weeks quicker. So don't get frustrated when you're slow, because once you get the gist of chanting, automatically speed will improve. Okay? So next, Chandram. Prabhasam. Correct. So if you really are going to be going by the pattern recognition, Chandram, Madhyam, all are same pattern, right? Now if you say Prabhasam, you can still look at it as the same pattern. Bhasam. The only difference is there is a blip, like Ratha, அது மாதிரி pra அப்படி ஆகும். So Chandram Prabhasam. Yashasa. Sounds like Vindeyam Yashasa Tiranti. Vindeyam Yashasa. See how they're all same pattern? Correct? So, Yashasa. India Jwalan theme is slightly different. Theme is getting Anudata here compared to the Jwalan theme where theme was Udata previously. So, Avaha Mari is different for the. So, Jwalan theme. Kirapono. Here again, Shriyam gets a different swara than the Shriyam before. Right? Here, Yam is Swarita. So, Shriyam Loke. Devajashta. Mudaram. Devajashta. Mudaram. Now, perfect. Now you maintain the same way the groups. You will not make any mistakes in the swaras. Don't try to come under pressure or rush. There's no need to prove that you're chanting fast as long as you get the matra and swara correct. Right? So I will chant the full rig with pause. Chandram Prabhasam Yashasa Jwalantim Shriyam Loke Devajashta Mudaram. Now, Urudaram Puro. Tam Padmini Mim. Sharanamaham. Prapadye. Here, compared to Prapadye in Leela Suktam or in Durga Suktam, there is a Avagraha and it is followed by Lakshmir Me. So, rendu chettadanaka normal prapadyekku vandu prapadye stop. Here because of the avagraha you will have to give one more matra. So, prapadye Lakshmir Me. Super. Nashyatam Tvam Vrane. Super. Now the same rik with gaps without rushing. Tam Padmini Mim Sharanamaham Prapadye Lakshmir Me Nashyatam Tvam Vrane. Super. So, Anju Rikaidite. So, we will stop here so that I don't overload you with too much. You're at par with the UK India group also. The key part is play the YouTube. I don't know whether you have set some special effects in your lighting, Sojanya. It has been constantly distracting me.
I think if I move my head, the one at the back is going up and
Ah,
down. Sorry.
I don't know whether you have programmed it to my chanting. Whenever I chant, lower the lights. Whenever she chants, lower. Ah, interesting. So anyway, so try to pay attention to the importance of the swaras. And don't be in a rush to say I will chant the full word or full rig. That is not important. You play the YouTube. The advantage of YouTube is you can move the slider 100 times back and forth, pause, play, rewind. If you can hold the red button and slide it back and forth. That is the whole idea of recording it on YouTube for you, right? What you do is take piece by piece, word by word. Does it sound exactly the way I have chanted it? That is very important. If you are not able to sync up, like you hear me right, but you are chanting wrong, first you need to fix that before you do anything more, right? Like for example, if I say Jalantim and you say Jalantim, and if you are not able to make the difference, that has to be fixed first before you go for the big shots. So matra, swara, both are important. So another type of mistake can be I am chanting at this tempo with this matra. Jalantim. Whereas you chant, you chant it as Jalantim, and you are not able to understand the difference. Okay, his tempo is different, my tempo is different. Then also you'll have a matra problem. So you'll have to sync up exactly like when I chant and you chant. We need to start at the same time, end at the same time. Same thing for the group. If all of you are chanting, all have to start at the same time, all have to end at the same time. That is the level of perfection required. Now, if you feel that I'm too harsh on you, then there is one scenario to learn. அது வரலாம். See, while you are learning, you can take 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. That is not a problem. But once you feel, oh, I have learned Sri Suktam, teach me Medha Suktam, for example, next. You can't go to Medha Suktam unless you have learned Sri Suktam properly. கரெக்டா? இதுக்கு வந்து சிம்பிள் ஒரு ட்ரிக் நான் சொல்லி தரேன் நான். Whenever you feel, oh, it is too much of harshness, oh, come on, a little bit of mistake should be okay. So what is the problem? We are not coming from the same background. We are not living in the same city. Huh? Just imagine, go back. Any event that you have done in your family, Simantam or Upanayanam or something, and you have brought 4 Vadyars. Imagine 4 Vadyars sitting in your house or on the stage here in US, right? Each one is in different direction. Dashadik Palakan Mari, one fellow is chanting in a different Shruti, Swara, another is chanting. You can't hear that for even 5 minutes.
And you cannot enjoy the real.
Yeah, purpose of 4 people. I'll give you another technical input. So, one of the things that I love doing is giving details. Punya Vachanam. All of you have done Punya Vachanam? Correct? How many Punya Vachanam you would have done in your life? Hundreds? கிரகப்பிரவேசத்துக்கு புண்ணியாவாச்சனம், குழந்தை பிறந்தா புண்ணியாவாச்சனம், உபநயனத்துக்கு புண்ணியாவாச்சனம், எவ்ரிதிங். விக்னேஸ்வர பூஜைக்கு அப்புறம் நெக்ஸ்ட் புண்ணியாவாச்சனம் தான் இந்த கலசம். கரெக்ட்? இல்ல புனர் பூஜைக்கு இல்ல, மெயின் பூஜைக்கே சொல்றேன். புண்ணியாக வாச்சனம். வாட் இஸ் புண்ணியாக வாச்சனம்? யூ ஹாவ் அ கலசம். In that kalasham you fill water. Has anyone else observed what else is filled? No. No random answers is not good. Either you know, you have observed, or you don't know. Simple. If you don't know, it's fine. First and the foremost, there is a kumbha powder.
Oh, I was about to say and the powder சொல்றேல, mix powder சொல்றேல.
Mix powder சொல்றோம்.
saffron, ஏலக்காய்.
அதுக்காக தான் அந்த பாயிண்ட் எடுத்தேன். கரெக்ட். நீங்க இப்ப சொன்னீங்க இல்லையா? Most people don't know that the composition of the kumbha powder is different for different pujai.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought every person will be the same.
By default, people will. அது ஈஸி. அது எப்படின்னாக்கா நம்ம இப்போ பட்டேல் எல்லாம் போனோம்னாக்கா கட் வெண்டைக்காய் கிடைக்கிறது இல்லை சீல்டு பேக்கெட்ல. ஸோ யூ டோன்ட் ஹேவ் டு கட். You go to your party, you'll say, what are you talking about? You have to wash it, remove the fibers and nar from everywhere, cut the top, cut the bottom, and then chop it, right? But for kids of this generation who go from work directly from Princeton Junction to Patel and buy the cut to this thing, they will not even understand that concept. Pickles. It used to be a process in our home when I was growing up. homemade pickles. There is no Patel pickle and other pickles, right? So you know the whole process of how the pickles are made. Karudam powder. There is a lot of change that happens. So this ready-made Kumbha powder is okay. It's generic. Like Prana Pratishtha, there is a generic mantram that Sanatana Dharma is given. If you don't know the mantram for Prana Pratishtha for each devata, at least generic solid pedungo. Am, Hrim, Krom, Hrim, Am, that whole thing which you see in Puja Vidhanam book is a generic template. If you don't know anything, you chant that, it is okay. But Kumbha powder individual devata where ingredients, where proportions ഉണ്ട്. This is number one. So you put Kumbha powder in the jalam. Then you put coins. Coin is not important. You have to understand why coins came into existence. In those days, coins are made out of gold, copper. So you are actually in need of those precious metals. அதனால தான் காயின்ஸ் வந்தது. இப்போ என்னடான்னா இருக்கிற எல்லா காயின்ஸையும் போட்டுருக்கோம். மெயின் யூ நீட் தட் ஸ்வர்ணம், silver, gold, and the மாதிரி precious metal, platinum. You want that coins, number one. Then gems. You put gems. Okay, this is the minimum you put. And then you have Mavala. Now you pay attention. People will do Patel Mavala, which will be individual leaves. It makes no sense. Ideally, it has to be a kottu. So you just put the kottu. Make sure you have 3 leaves or 5 leaves. It's supposed to be generally an odd number of leaves. Okay. But when you decorate it, nicely make the leaves separately, like a lotus, right? You just don't put, Kumar said one kottu, just put one kottu with all the leaves at the back, and the tenga looks very raw in the front. Don't do that. Lakshanam also is good, right? When you look at the kalasham, it looks like very attractive, divine presentation. Then you have coconut with the kodimi at the top. Correct? Coconut is a shikha, right? Okay. Another common mistake in the US. I don't know about India, but I can't comment. In the US, at least, because I've done so many pujas, whatever Patel gives is the correct side. இல்ல குடுமி வச்சு கொடுக்குறான். Sometimes what he does is that Espanol in the back in Patel, or the Mexican farm where the coconut was removed from the green shell to the raw, this thing, he would have removed the kudumi from the wrong end. But இல்ல அது உள்ள பச்சை தேங்காய்க்குள்ள நிறைய ஃபைபர் இருக்கும், கவர். So if he picks up the kudumi from the wrong end and he leaves the kudumi at the wrong end. So what is the clue for that? How do you discover that? Yes, that is the key. 3 கண்ணு இருக்கும், 3 ஐஸ் இருக்கும். 3 ஐஸ் கண்ணுல தெரிஞ்சதுன்னா அவர் குடுமியை, அசல் குடுமியை எடுத்துட்டு ஃபேக் குடுமியை வச்சிருக்காருன்னு அர்த்தம். So you have to ensure that the 3 kudumi come at the top, that the 3 eyes come at the top. It doesn't matter whether you have a kudumi at the bottom. Normally I just remove the wrong kudumi and throw it. Yeah. So you put the 3 eye at the top. There also 2 eyes at the back, 1 eye in the front, like Trinetra Mari. These are little things that you do, right? அதுக்கு மேல மஞ்சள் தடவுவோம். மஞ்சள் தடவி சந்தனம் குங்குமம் that you can see in the front very clearly. These are all the minimum things that you know. Can you tell me from your experience, have I missed anything, something extremely important? அது கலசத்துக்கு நூல் சுத்துறோம். சரி, வேற important? Vastram is good. Okay, what else I have missed? Most important I have missed. Okay, that is also fine. அரிசி இலை, okay, all those things done. இதெல்லாம் எப்படின்னாக்க எனக்கு எல்லாம் I've got everything except the brainங்கிற மாதிரி இருக்கும். So most important ingredient is kurcham. Kurcham, I have trained how to do puja also. I have taken a class. Maybe I'll repeat it again. You take a darba with the tip. The important part is the tip of the darba. And you twist it in such a way that there is a loop. That is the Kurcham. What you wear here is Pavitram. Two different things. Correct? So that Kurcham will be put before or below the tenga or the coconut, inserted where it will be seen on the right side like this with this sharp end at the top. The flat end will be in the water.
I've seen this, but I didn't even know what it is. I've seen the Pandit doing it, but I didn't know what it is.
That should tell you the importance and the scientific approach of this whole exercise of Punya Vachanam. If you close everything, water, mango leaves, tenga, everything, there is no gap. It's airtight, jammed. You put inside water, kumbha powder, whatever you put, nothing is going to happen. So this kurcham is the conductor. Is the conductor. Gap illa. It's a conductor. So when we chant, the tip of the kurcham picks up that energy or the vibrations and transmits it to the water.
But some of the Shastrians, they used to keep that entire garba in the hand and then keep it on the coconut.
அது வேற, அதுவும் வேணும். அது அப்புறம் வரேன் நான் பிராணபிரதிஷ்டை வரும்போது அது சொல்கிறேன் என்னன்னு. But the crux of the Kalasham Kumbham is where you do the Kurcham. This is number one.
Yeah.
Now, you have to chant Pavamana Suktam. That is meant to energize that water in the Kumbham. Have you ever heard people Vadyar chanting something like in the beginning? Dadigra Vinno Akaresham Jishno Respective Vajana Sarvino Kakrata adella sollite adukku munnadi they will do Vachanam Prati Vachanam. Have you observed that? Okay, when you do Punya Vachanam, you need Pavamana Suktam to be chanted 4 times. You can't have one Vadyar chanting Hiranyavarnam Shri Pavaka Yasa Pavaka சொல்லிட்டு போக முடியாது. If only one Vadyar is there, you ensure that he chants Pavamana Suktam 4 times. If somebody like me is sitting there as a Ritvik helping him, 1 + 1 2, we have to chant it twice. At least, otherwise you need to have 4 people, each one chanting together once. Then count of 4 is achieved. So important part is 4 achieved. That is how much you need to chant to energize the water. அதில் யாராவது ஒருத்தர் வாட்ஸ்அப்பை பார்த்துன்னு அந்த வாத்தியார் லைக் the count is only 3. Then you don't say that water doesn't have any impact. You have to do as per what Shastra tells you, then the water will show what it is energized and how it is energized. Then you take it and do the Shuddhi. That is the most important Shuddha water with which you do Shuddhi. So these are all very important. Now the most important part is, because we are running short of time, we are due to everything quickly, we assemble everything and keep it ready. If you go as per Shastra, you are supposed to build the whole thing. You have to put the elai, you have to put the arishi, then you put the plain kalasham with nool, then you put the mango leaves, then you put the coconut, and what you chant, Brahmajajnanam pradamam purastad sivata surucho vena avaha sabudnya ava ustavas. அதுக்கப்புறம் கடைசியில் வரும் ஒரு மந்திரமாக சொல்லுவா. அது சொல்கிறதே அதை பண்ணணும். நாளிகேர சமத்பூதம் அப்படின்னா நான் தேங்காய் வைக்கணும். Sai Ratna Nidashani, you have to put Ratnams inside. You have to actually build the whole thing as part of the Punya Vachanam process. So much is important that if you don't learn all these things and carry the knowledge forward, it will come to Panchagavyam sold in Vivek flowers in a bottle. Now I will close with this. Panchagavyam is nothing but essential component is Maadoda Mootram, Maadoda Shani. Imagine they are importing it from India in a bottle, in a liquid. And we say Panchagavyam, Vivek. Next class, I will teach you how to build a Panchagavyam as per Shastra. Then you will know what is supposed to be done, what we are ending up in doing. Right? Great. I hope it was useful. Practice pannungo. YouTube paathu.
Sure.
That will be good. Okay? Take care.